is situated. Let's see if I can do this. Hello, guys. How are you doing? I'm gonna wait a few minutes here. So, if you were on here earlier today, I had done a couple of signs. I did the, I think, what did I do? Water and air signs for today with the full moon. So we're going to do the earth and the fire signs tonight. I don't normally come on nights, but definitely this is something I promised. And I always try to follow through with my promises or don't make a promise. So we're going to get started here in a second. Just let this all come on live. I have to do two things at once because my computer, um, I can't, my glass, I need new glasses, guys. I need new glasses. So we're going to do that so I can watch the chat. All right. That would help me do that. So we are talking about the full moon today. We've got the full moon. It's a micro moon. It is a flower moon, and it's all about checking in with yourself. Okay, I'm going to use the same card as from Hawaii. Well, welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, Hawaii. We have a lot of customers that come from Hawaii to my day job. They come and travel and they come to our store a lot. Which island are you on? Are you on the main island then? Welcome. We're just getting started. So I did a reading live this morning. So for those of you that are just popping on, and I'll repeat it a couple of times. Oh my gosh, I love Maui. Let me tell you, the energies of Maui are amazing. And when that happened to Lahaina, I cried. I cried. I cried. I cried. I'm gonna get all weepy again. But oh, guys, if you've never been to Maui, it is a heaven island. It really is. We were able to scuba dive and snorkel, and oh my gosh, it was just beautiful. So welcome, welcome. And if I do this right, it's mahalo. um, Checking in with yourself. A lot of it has to do with are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Are you actually living the life that you want to be living? Are you, and what changes you have to make for that? Because divine's energy. So I keep this card because it is so important. This is the energy from the other side, whether you want to call it universe, God, Allah, whatever you want to call the divine energy. This is the burst of magic, and it is the number 3 in numerology. So this is our base that we're starting from. He's has me look at the lotus. He's for several different signs. He's had me look at different things, and I think what we'll do is we'll start with the fire signs tonight. And so when he has me look at something like this last one, it was like he had me look at the lady, which was invisible, and so for one of the signs, it was like you're not invisible, you are seen, you are heard, that kind of a thing. So let's find out what he has me look at for the fire signs, and then this oracle deck is for the energies. Now, I don't like to do readings even a week out. I like to do them fresh from day to day because we can change the energies in a split millisecond. Okay, because it's all about what's going on with our spirit and our head and our mindset. All right. Welcome. Good evening. Good evening. So we're going to start with the fire signs, and we're going to start with Aries. You Aries, let me tell you, you're so fickle. Okay, so remember, the burst of magic is definitely about the divine, is what he's having to put together with your energies. The hungry ghosts, obsessions, scarcity, consciousness, and attachment. And it's the number 5 in numerology. So let me look at these two cards together. There definitely has an energy, a light energy around it, because we have the number 5 and number 3. If you don't know anything really about numerology, the number 5 has a couple of ways you can think about it. You can think about it either as something new, something novice, something that you're starting out with because it's unstable. It's something new, you're not going to know it right away. You're going to basically, oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Appreciate it. But the thing is that, or is this one trolling again? We have a troller. I don't know who trolls. Definitely. What is that? I have no idea what that is. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'm going to ignore it. Again, a distraction, which is part of this energy that we're doing. So, but the number five could be if you're starting something new, but it could also mean that things are really unstable, sort of like the tower card, sort of like somebody who is coming into your life that is, hang on a second. There we go. Somebody that is coming into your life that is unstable, toxic, that energy, that kind of a thing. You really want to make sure that whoever you're bringing into, and this is a check in phase with this full moon. And so, are they the person that I need to be around? What are they doing to put value to my life? What is it that we're, do I put value to their life? Do I put value to this life? It's okay. So welcome, welcome. All right. So obsessions, we got to be really careful. So letting our mind take over too much, overthinking, that kind of a thing is really a big thing for Aries, and your consciousness, being mindful of what you're thinking of and how you're telling yourself in that manner. All right. All right. So let's see what Aries has to say. Hey, Felix, you're back. Welcome. We're doing Aries right now. We'll do Leo next, definitely. So hang tight. I know you love Leo. So definitely for the Aries, what is it that you're really needing to um I hear the word detach. I don't know what it is for you. What do you need to detach from? Because again, I'm seeing with the Lotus and this card here that there's a lot of lightness to it, but it's not being allowed to come through. Thank you. So they said, look at the bottom, but look at the very top. So the top has light, but there are, it's like they're in the dark, but they can't see the light or they can't get to it. And the reason why we can't get to it is because we're our own saboteur. Okay. That's a big energy that's going on with this full moon right now. Okay, because we got Scorpio in the full moon on the 31st. So it's definitely about bringing some stability into your life. So what is that you need to sort of get rid of, to detach from, so that you can attach to something that is more healthy, I guess. I don't know if that's making sense to anybody. I am actually from the United States. Whoops. I'm in a state called Oregon. I don't know if you're from the States or not. Oh, victory, victory, victory. The Six of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So that's where that light is. That's where that light is, guys. Um, for Aries, though, you know what? You're going to have to really not be all over the place. Okay. Because you guys get bored so darn easy. I don't know why I attract Aries all the time as far as dating. It's like, oh my gosh, okay. Too many cards, guys. Give me more if you want. If you want those cards in, just go ahead and drop them, please. But the definitely is that you guys get bored easy. So that's something to really think about too. Somebody's actually looking at the past too much. It's like you want to keep bringing the past to the future, and that's what's holding you back. See if the devil card shows up. Okay. Okay. Scarcity consciousness. What are you trying to tell me? Attachment, detachment. Somebody's in definitely a battle. They're frustrated. They're trying to figure things out. People are getting in the way. definitely getting in the way. And I think there's an opportunity coming, but it looks like, gosh, it's almost like there's somebody trying to sabotage you getting the good things in life. Because you have the 6 of Wands in the very beginning, okay? I think you're attached to somebody you shouldn't be attached to. The Ace of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, okay, and the 5 of Swords is looking at the Ace of Pentacles, guys. So there's something in somebody that this it's sort of disturbing to me because it's like it's almost like they want you to not succeed because you might leave them behind. Okay. I don't think this energy is coming at you, not for you, but it would whatever it is, this opportunity for you, whether it's a relationship or whatever, you're supposed to be moving towards it because it's going to release a lot of burdens. Now we have the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe it'll release a financial burden, but it also is going to release this heaviness inside that God, I feel like a relationship because it's the 10 of wands. You got wands like crazy. And you, with the 6 of, but you can't do, like I was telling with another sign, I don't know what it is. But that is like somebody's trying to get too much information and advice from other people when you need to be getting it yourself. Okay. You really need to be listening to your intuition because somebody is not steering you in the right direction. So you really listen to your intuition. You got the Chariot. So something is moving, but I don't know what that is for you. What is it that you're going through that either you're moving towards and somebody's stopping you, or are you stopping yourself? Okay, because we are our worst enemy, really. We are our own saboteur, kind of a thing. So, what is it that, because there's an attachment here? I'm really surprised that there isn't the Devil card. And it's not the Tower card, but this definitely. Uh, the obsession is with someone. I don't know who's coming through, but somebody is having an obsession with a person that they can't let go of that person, detach from that person. Oh my gosh. That's where that is for somebody. But you can do this. It does take strength. And you know what? You're looking back when you should be looking forward. Okay. Oh, if I get into coaching, I think we got into coaching on one of the signs right before I left. Because at the end, you guys can always ask questions. Um, it's just a lot of people don't want to stick around. So, but if you ever want to ask a question, you can do that at the very end. Stalker energy. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. But it's that energy that I heard the word clingy. So somebody's like clingy, and they're, oh, thank you, codependent. Those are 2 words I just heard. Mm. They're having me look at the invisible person again. What are you having for me? Let's see what we can go ahead and clarify. But this is sort of like something that is a challenge to you, Aries, because you do get bored easy. So I think you're attaching yourself to the wrong type of person. And oh, sorry, I got neighbors that let their grass grow until it's up to your hips, and now they're working in their backyard. So hopefully that doesn't bother us too much. But I think, in all reality, this attachment is the night that I want to do this, they have to go ahead and do. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, guys. Can you guys hear that? It's so sad. So let's see where we're going to move to. 5 of Swords, death, decisions, again, decisions, Ace of Swords, right and wrong. or not right and wrong, double-edged sword kind of a thing. We have the Page of Wands and we have the Three of Cups. Interesting. Somebody's just really fighting for something. Now, remember, if you're fighting for something, make sure it's a spiritual fight, not a earthly fight. Because a lot of things in earth we don't even need, we don't care about because you can't take it with you. If you can't take it with you, it's not important. um that's why I tell my daughter, make memories, go make memories, because you can take those with you. How do I know? I've spoke to my mother since she's passed on. I've spoke to people that have passed on, and they can take memories. Now how long that lasts, I'm not on the other side, so I don't know, but I do know that I've spoken and I do hear from the other side. So yeah. Well, oh, okay, perfect. Glad you don't hear anything because it's really noisy. I think they've got what, a chainsaw. So, but the thing is, with your six of wands, you've got the 5 of swords. So this is a victory for you, whatever it is that you are fighting or standing up for, or you're like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm going to do this, or I'm going to say this. But make sure if you say something, even if it's something that is good for you, make sure that you say it in a loving manner, because energy transpires. And so you want to be able to say it in love, or don't say it at all, or do it in love, or don't do it at all. I tell my daughter that because the thing is, those energies come back to you tenfold. And so you really, really need to be careful how you manipulate, not manipulate, maneuver. God, don't want to manipulate. Maneuver in this, whatever it is that you're dealing with, that you need to detach from so that you can attach to something more healthy. This definitely, with your Ace of Pentacles, you have the Death card. It is going to be a choice. This is a spiritual choice versus an earthly choice. And what I mean by that is sometimes we think too much and we don't really, when we think too much, that means that there's so much noise in our head we can't hear what our spirit wants us to do, or how the spirit wants to guide us, or how that energy wants to move us. And then we can't hear our intuition, which is our guiding force kind of a thing. And pretty soon, may the force be with you. Anyway, all right. So we also have in the center the 5 of swords. Lots of swords, guys. Are you being your authentic self, telling yourself the truth? But the Ace of Swords is with the 5 of swords. Okay. So with the 5 of swords again, um, you might feel alone in this, but that's okay because you need to, because then you don't hear the noise. You don't hear the distractions. And so you can focus, because a lot of this has to do with focus. On one of the signs, they had me, Divine had me focus in on the lotus on several things and the invisible girl, but they had me focusing on the star. And where is that star? Okay. There is little stars all over place, but where's the one that he had me focus in on? The lotus at the bottom in the center, right there in the center. Why? Because it's about the details. It's about the fine details. It's about focusing in, putting your blinders on it and really focusing in what it is. Don't worry about whoever or whatever. They don't give a shit about you, so why you give a shit about them? If you're somebody's got an ex and you think about them, think about them, think about them, and they never call you, never think about you, why are you wasting all that energy on that? I hate to say that. But you know what? You guys know I'll always tell you the truth and what I feel, because that past energy isn't helping you move forward. All right. So you have the Chariot, Aries, with the Page of Wands. Interesting. Pessimistic person. Holy Toledo. Somebody's always thinking about, well, I can't do it, I can't move forward, I can't do this, I can't. But in all reality, what I would love for you to do as a life coach is turn around that and say, yes, I can do that, I just need to figure it out. Shoot, I got Google, I got all kinds of resources, whatever it is, I can figure this out. I can do that. But you can't do it while you're in. And the reason why pessimistic is not so really good for you, because your vibrations stay low, they stay squashed, and they can't rise up because you keep squashing them down. It's sort of like when you um, hoe for a garden and you get the ground all nice and fluffy, but then if you were to pat it down, you're going to slam it down and it's going to be hard again. So it's really hard to move up if you keep squishing it down. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. To release the burden, though, Three of Cups, a lot of celebration there. That's coming for you. Now, this reading is until the 7th, 8th. We're in that full moon energy for the next 3 days. So, this is the next 3 days is a really good time for you guys to really check in with yourself. What is it that you need to change to release this burden? Or what is it that you don't feel so heavy? Because that's when you're carrying burdens or stress and all that kind of stuff, it's heavy, it's no fun, it's no fun. So what is it? One thing, Aries, take it and run with it, and don't listen to anybody. La 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 la. Don't listen to anybody and keep moving. That's where the burst of magic is going to come in. You're going to have an aha moment. You're going to see something. You're going to feel something. You're going to have an energy, something, and you're going to feel so light because you'll be out of the cave and you'll be out, completely out. And you're going to like, whoo, yay, I made it. Okay. So I don't know what that is for you. Hopefully it is. All right. So definitely Aries, good things coming, beautiful things coming, but you've got to do it, whatever it is. Communication with somebody, sharing, checking in with somebody, checking in with your boss. Even if you hate your job, check in with them. This is a time to check in to make sure you're on the right path. You're right on the right um, avenue, because you got to stop looking in the past. Ain't gonna do you any good. Ain't gonna do you any good. Okay, because you can't take the past with you, and it's holding you back. Again, you got to detach. Something you've got to detach from. All right. All right, Aries. Let's move on to Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Would love to know where you guys are from. I know that somebody said they're from Hawaii. That is so awesome. It just blows my mind that people can be from all over the world. Just blows my mind. And also, too, if you like me on this time, I don't normally come on at night. So if you like me on in the evening, please share with me that you can do that. For those that you don't know me, I am an empath. I have so many abilities that I just let things come as they need to. I get downloads. I don't know who is my guide, but boy, they sure talk to me a lot lately. But I do feel energies, auras here. I'm clairaudience. I'm somewhat of a medium. I don't call myself a medium, but people call me. I mean, people have even said, "Are you a witch?" Even at my work, because I said something, and they're like, "Are you a witch?" Oh, too funny. If you want to call me a witch, call me a witch. I don't look very good today. Anyway, I'm not a good comedian either. All right. So, Leos, let's see what we got going on with Leos. Remember, the divine's energy is the burst of magic. So, what do you see there? Having me focus in on the stars for you guys. What is it? Darkness in the light. Okay, I hear that. Okay. Um, and then your energy is the Swan Queen, transformation, intuition, and patience. This is number 4. Okay. This is definitely the number 4 for Leos. I love this energy where they say it's the Swan Queen. Now think of a swan. They're very gorgeous. They're very beautiful. They protect their young in their wings. But it is a transformation for them because they're really not that beautiful when they're little ducklings. Okay. But the thing is, this is about intuition. And there has been temperance a lot in the general reading this morning. A lot. Temperance is huge. So, what is it that you guys need to be patient about? Okay. Something in the dark shall come to light. I don't know who that's for. My downloads have been really interesting today because they're not coming in like sentences, and I don't know who is on the other side sharing, because it's not my voice, but it's a voice. I don't know how to explain it. Um, but they're coming in like with words or sentences. So hopefully something resonates with somebody. It's just a very different way that I get my downloads, definitely. All right. All right. Let's see what we got for Leos. Leos. If anybody wants to come through, this is the time. If you want to give me some signals, visions, or hearing, I'd appreciate it for a message for Leos, please. Oh, noes. Oh, noes. I don't know which card dropped first, guys. I don't know which card dropped first. So I'm going to estimate this here. So we have the Three of Swords and we have Strength. Okay. Leos, is somebody out there going through a struggle, a pain, a betrayal? Are they going through. Oh, it doesn't have to be love, but pain. I just hear the word pain. Somebody is just, they don't, it's like you're so exhausted or you're sick of being exhausted. Virgo, yes, Virgo. We're gonna do earth signs next. All right. Um, but this is somebody who's like so tired of trying things or doing things or being with the wrong people. Again, this Three of Swords is allowing the past to be controlling you, your feelings. It's about um, letting your feelings control you. You have to learn to control your feelings. And yeah, we do all go through pain. We all go through crap. We all go through bad relationships. Well, not all of us, but me. um, and so we have to figure a way how to learn and grow from those relationships. It's like, oh wow, they always cheat on me. I always find the guys that cheat on me. I always, find this. No, you're doing it to yourself because you're staying in the past. You're not allowing that new person to be the person that they want to be, and that's a completely different person. So you're already sabotaging it before you even start the relationship. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Definitely somebody's exhausted. Now, this could be a physical exhaustion, like not well or not feeling well. It could be an exhaustion from work. I don't see finances here, so definitely not for your job so much. I think it's just struggle after struggle after struggle after struggle. And you don't see the light of things, but the light is here. This is beautiful. This is the light is here because again, you have if you listen to your intuition, if you listen to what is going on with your inside, your spirit, not the material stuff, not the earthly crap, that's going to go away. But what's going on with you, what your emotions, what are you feeling, how do you bring that vibration up, how do you bring it to a higher level? It's a lot about getting rid of what we've been brainwashed to think about and say, you know what, this is me, this is my journey. Okay. But the thing is, there is definitely somebody with some health. If you're having some problems health wise, please, please, please see a professional, see a doctor or whatever it is. If somebody has insomnia, they're having problems sleeping lately. And that is your mind going. When I took martial arts, I learned how to shut my brain down. So my daughter will even ask me, "Are you going to bed?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes like, "Can you wait a minute?" Because she knows as soon as I hit that pillow, I literally am out because I've trained myself. So somebody's having a problem with that. And the reason why I do that, you have to learn to shut your brain down. So that's what this person is having a problem with. And it's creating not a stable foundation for you because you're losing sleep, you're not sleeping enough, you're not when you don't sleep enough, then you are not as efficient. You're not as awake and ready to go. And like if you needed to create solutions for things, your mind, it's like a fog brain, put it that way. Okay. So a lot of your future has to do with how you want to move forward. And this is an interesting card because you've got in the beginning the three of swords, and then you have the magician in the future. And the thing is, it's a number one, it's a fresh energy. But I think with the magician, there's so many ways to um, look at how to look at things. Because if you look at the magician, he can follow his passion, he can follow his work, he can follow in truth, he can follow in spirituality because of all the tools that he has in his bucket. Okay. So it's a choice on how you want to move. It's really a choice on how you want to move. And that's why I think this is a transformation period for you, but it's also a check in. Somebody needs to do a list of pros and cons. Okay. Whether it's in a relationship, because this is going to take strength. Somebody doesn't want to see the truth. I hate to say that, but somebody's like, I don't want to know the truth. I don't want to know. So is it better to live in a false world or a false relationship? It's sort of like when I used to do private investigating stuff, people would say, well, I want to know if they're cheating. You already know, your intuition's telling you that you already know. You just need some photographs or whatever to prove it. So that's sort of like you already know in your heart what it is what tool do you want to utilize? Okay. What tool is it to get you to transform, but to listen to your spirit? Like I told early in the morning readings, we were talking about how Earth and everybody around us brainwashes us to think mind, body, and spirit. They've got it so backwards. They really do. It's spirit, mind, and body. Felix, you probably have heard this a million times. But the thing is that we think from our spirit because that's where our intuition is. We are just a vehicle. So our spirit is the one that tells our brain what to do, what to say, what to think, and then our brain tells our body, physical body, we'll say this, don't do this, do, because the thing is, when you really think about it, if we work from our spirit first, we're going to be more on the right path. We're not going to pick the bad relationships. We're not going to pick the jobs that we're wasting time on, because time is a precious commodity. We're all on the downside. So how are you going to spend your day, that kind of a thing. So again, if you're not getting the sleep, you're not able to think clearly of what you really really want. All right. Oh, somebody's in school. I can try, but it'll be at the end. Okay. Welcome, welcome. With an Indian accent. I don't know how. Hello everybody. I don't know, I don't even know Indian accent. I will try. Let me do the exam thing at the very end, okay? Because we're going to get through these readings. All right. It's getting sort of late here, and I've been working since 6:30 this morning, so I got a long day. Today's been a long day. So let's get some clarification on Leo's reading. What is really happening? It's really going to take somebody some real guts and courage to do this because we've got the Knight of Wands facing the Strength card. She's barefoot, so she's feeling the earth. So thank you. Grounding. You have to learn what your grounding is. That's what number 4 is. Okay. So somebody's not being grounded, and that's because you're overthinking. Okay. Don't overthink things. Let things flow. Let things go. All right. And then you'll be shocked because that's what the magician and the burst of magic is. Okay. You will be shocked. All right. All right. Let's see what else is going on with Leos. Something new, guys. Oh, there's that past again. Four of Swords again. I can't make this stuff up. This is a spiritual battle for you guys. You're warriors, so put gird your whatever, your armor on. Because this is the Fool. Somebody is gonna detach from something, and it's something that's going to transform, because you guys are on the fire sign, so you're detaching from something, and you're going to, if you don't say anything, if you just zip it and say, you know what, I'm going to step back and watch for a minute, and you're going to be shown, divine is going to have that energy show you what it is. Okay, somebody has to deal with some past things. That this looks like a friendship of some sorts. Now is the time. You've got the swords, you've got communication. This is something, and the four swords again, somebody's just really stressed out about something, but you really have to be able to talk to this person. If it's somebody from the past, it could be a friend, it could be an ex-boss. Don't burn a bridge. I heard burn a bridge. Don't burn a bridge. Definitely don't burn a bridge with somebody. And if you need to go back and make amends with that person, make amends, because the making the amends is not for them, it's for you. You could use the word forgive, but make amends. I had to do that. I mean, if you guys knew my history, I wasn't a good person for a long time, really. But the thing is that I went and I said, you know what, for me to raise my vibration, to get to the next frequency, I have to make amends with those people. And each person I went back, and I wasn't going to text them. I wasn't going to say, I'm sorry. No, I need to do this in person, because energy to energy makes a difference. And every single person was so happy that I did that. And we've been friends since. Okay. So something, and that's going to really create a different transformation, huge transformation for somebody. Again, we're building a foundation. The number four has shown up twice, three times now, three times. So definitely, and it's going to release, because you've got the four of swords next to the nine of cups. And then what's better than that is the hierophant, and the hierophant is saying, yes, this spiritual battle is on the way. As far as winning, we don't win the war, we'll win the war, but the thing is, this is a spiritual battle between yourself. I don't know who this is for, but it's something, and it's great. You guys are going to have such a wonderful, wonderful thing. So what is it about your health that maybe you need to check into, Leos? What is it about some past hurt that you, not the other person, but you need to rectify and release? Okay, because that's the transformation. And it may not come overnight. Again, patience comes up, and temperance comes up, and all this takes time comes up. But when it hits, and it's a really light energy, that's when the transformation is going to happen. You're going to feel it. You are going to feel it. Okay, so I don't know what that is, but definitely look to your intuition, look to your spirit guides, look to your guides, or just try to, if you can't hear, you can't see, if you don't have the abilities that you built yet, because everybody has them, sit in a car quiet, sit in a shower, and just say, you know what, give me a sign. Let me hear something. Let me feel something today. Just ask. You got to ask, and you got to be specific. You got to be specific about what you're asking for, because you can't just say, hey, I want to win the lottery. Which lottery? And how much is that? You've got to be, we sort of, they're not going to give you money. They want you to grow and learn spiritually. All right. So the Hierophant again is having me look at the two people. It is a learning. This is a lesson. This is something that you need to learn from. And it's building a new foundation. It's a check in time for Leos. It's a new foundation. What is it that you need? Who is it that you need? Again, this could relate to almost anything but work. So I'm not sure what that is for somebody. All right. But I hope this helped. All right. I hope this helped, Leos. You're welcome. Welcome. Hello. 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 Oh my gosh. I love that all you guys are on. I don't know where you're from or anything like that. Yes. With exams, did you get all your studying done? Did you do what you were supposed to do? And then what you do is when you go into your exam, you release it. That's one thing that you can do is you release it. You release that energy. I got to move this. My legs, my back is really bad today. But you have to release that energy. And because if you've studied and you've done your due diligence, it's there. But a lot of the times that low vibration comes in. Am I going to do good? Am I going to am I going to make my scores? Am I going to understand that this is the earth, the overthinking? You just whoosah, and then you go into the exam. Couple deep breaths before you start it, and then boom, you hit it. And then you say, okay, if you miss one or you're not sure on one, you skip it, come back, take a deep breath. I know this answer. Just close your eyes and let it come in. Let it come in. All right. Oops, did I shuffle these? That's weird. Okay. I don't know what that noise is out there. It's crazy. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Sorry, I need new glasses, guys. Can I have. Are you having. What is spondylosis? What is that? No, I've had 3 back surgeries in the last year. Well, between 24 and 25, but it was in a year I had 3 back surgeries. So today I was doing a lot of leather work. So I do leather work from saddles on down. I didn't have my day job today, so my back is really hurting because I don't know what I did. My daughter talked me into getting on Etsy and for my leather work, and let me tell you, I'm being blown up on Etsy, and now I've got manufacturing jobs and everything, and I'm like, okay, I need to leave my day job. I'm working on that. See, I have to release too. I have to let go. I'm an earth sign, so well, I'm interested to see what divine has to say about that. But it's definitely something that I have to detach. Okay, it's and listening to some inspirational speakers. Um, we're wasting our time staying in jobs that are not meant for us. They might serve a purpose for a time, but if we tend on staying there too long, then we're missing our journey, we're missing our purpose because it's too comfortable. And so that's what's happening right now is I'm very comfortable, it's very stable, but it's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I know that, and that's that squishing low vibrational energy because I'm human too. It's like, yeah, I want to be stable, I want to do this, but I don't know what's on coming up. And maybe what the guides are telling me is that release it so we can give you all the extra work so that you can stay home with your puppy. All right. Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what that is. That's a medical term, but I don't know what that is. But anyway, let's go with the who are we doing now? Sagittarius. The spirit whisperer, divine guidance. Here we go with spirituality and higher knowing. Interesting. Give me a second, guys. It's the number 3. And if you watch Harry Potter and stuff, the white owl. Okay. She's somewhere around here. She's laying out. She knows when I start doing reading, it's like, oh God, here we go again. Bye. You're not paying attention to me. I have a little French bulldog. Divine guidance and higher knowing. Again, this is we're working on the fire signs, but what, and I know this isn't the picture, but they're telling me this. So the owl is flying, Okay. But if you look at her, she's looking up at the owl and she's breathing out a bubble, but she's underwater. Okay. So something is telling me that either one, things can't be seen or not be seen, or you're trying to hide from something or not share something. Um, but you know what? It's not going to be hidden long because the owl is now, and birds are about messages, and so whatever it is. Oh, interesting, interesting. Thank you for that. She's got these little wings. They're teeny tiny wings, and there's again another butterfly, but they're having me look. She's underwater. Okay, even though if that isn't water, they're saying she's underwater. What does it mean that sometimes we go under or can't hide or don't want to see what it is? Again, just sort of like Leo again. But the other thing too is, thank you. Oh, true. Fear. I heard the word fear. So somebody is afraid to share, to do. And this is where this card comes in because the three is definitely about a positive moving forward. It's a celebration energy. It's like, it's very light energy. But again, divine guidance, watching what it is that you really want to do and need to do. All right. And like I tell clients, face your fear, whatever that is. What's the worst that can happen if you face your fear? You know, really. When I was going through counseling, when I was going through a lot of counseling as a youngin, through for sexual abuse, you know, they were like, okay, write a letter to the person and don't send it, but you know, don't send it, but you know, just write it and then burn it, you know, that kind of a thing. And I'm like, oh hell no, I'm gonna write it and send it. What are you talking about? They need to know how messed up they made me, that kind of a thing. And I did. Okay. And I sent it to them and they called me and it was like, nothing happened. What are you talking about? And I'm like, wow, okay. So that person is hiding in a low vibration in an unrealistic world because they want to stay underwater. They don't want to be found out. They don't want to be seen as a bad person. They don't want things to come out of the closet that really should come out of the closet. And you know, it really should have, but that's kind of a thing there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My mom passed away in 2010. So do I look that young? Thank you. I'm a boomer. I won't tell you how old I am, but I'm old. So my mom passed over. In fact, I've actually spoke to my mom after she passed. And I had verification and validation from my aunt that actually what was happening. She said, "Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, she never forgets me," and it blew my mind. I could tell you that story, but I don't want to waste time right now for Sagittarius because maybe whoops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry about that. Um, because that wouldn't be fair to Sagittarius. So let's see what's going on. Did anybody borrow something from you? This has to do with a lot of integrity. Somebody either from the past, current past, or whatever, they either borrowed money or they borrowed something or they keep asking you for things. And it's sort of now beginning to frustrate you. Don't know who that's for. We have, yeah, the Six of Pentacles, two sixes together here, guys. Two sixes, really powerful when you get double numbers. And then you're getting the High Priestess and the Knight of Cups or the King of Cups. Something's really turbulent right now. This full moon is going to have your emotions sort of going all over the place. And we're fully in it. We're at the prime and peak. And, you know, I'm on the east or I'm on the west coast. So we're definitely in the prime of it, the peak of it. So definitely really want to look towards that. And again, we got more aces or more swords. Oh, thank you. My mom's presence, she always thought I was weird and she always loved what I did. She didn't have the allow the abilities to come through, but I have what my grandma had. And she was always interested in it. But my mom, she's always around. I love my mom. And my brother was murdered when he was 26. He's always around too. Well, I wouldn't say he's always. He's a funny guy. But anyway, you get me off of getting started. But definitely there is something here that either somebody somebody has somebody fooled, because remember they want me to look at the ocean, or not the ocean but underwater. It's sort of like, you know what, I figured them out. Now I how to know how to work them, how to manipulate them, how to manifest what I want from them. Be really careful of this person, whoever this is. They may mean well and they may not even realize they're doing it, but if it's somebody who's always taking, or somebody who's borrowed from you and they're not paying you back, they're not going to pay you back. I would be really surprised. They always have a story. They always have an excuse. But I just feel like this is somebody from the past. So, but something's not seen. That's really bugging me. Something is not. We'll get some clarification on that, and that's why they keep saying, "Look at the higher power. Look at the higher power," because you're not going to see it from an Earth view. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Again, this is all about truth, an opportunity to tell the truth. Oh, thank you. Love that one. You know, we always got to love that. I personally will always tell the truth as best as I can, because the rest is going to come back and bite you in the butt. Really, it will come back and bite you tenfold. Been there. My life when I was younger, man, you know, I could sell you an iceberg in the Antarctic. We'll try to answer that here in a few minutes once I'm done with the signs. I think he might have had a girlfriend. I don't know. I know that he was living with somebody, but when he was murdered, he he was helping a prostitute get off the streets. He was really helping a prostitute. And she's the one that saw him go through and get murdered, and she would not talk. You know, and you know, at that, you really look at other people's life and story, and the reason, one of the reasons why, is she was afraid, because when she moved her bangs back, she had a indent that was, mm, I don't know if I can show you, but it was like half this thick, and it was like this across, and it was a pipe. A pimp had hit her with a pipe, and her skull was literally indented. So, you know, she wasn't all there, but she stole a lot of stuff of my brother's, which, yeah. All right. So let's go ahead here and see what else Scorpios, so we can move on. Oh, wow. It's 8 o'clock already. Okay. Scorpios. Let's get some clarification. Ace of Cups. Beautiful. The Devil. Again. Yes. You have to release whatever it is, this person or whoever it is, you need to release them. If you hold on to them, that is a fear thing. If you hold on to a job that you need to release, that's a fear thing. And that's why Divine says, trust in me. You know, I've got this. I know which way you're supposed to be going. Pay attention. Hello. You know, I'm trying to tell you which way to go and you keep not doing it. Okay. And then we got so much spiritual in here. It's unreal. Five of Swords and the High Priestess. This is something that you need to stand up for yourself and do, Scorpios. And it's really hard for you because the Seven of Pentacles, it's like your focus is not off. I mean, your focus isn't there. So you really need to put the blinders on. I deal with horses, so you put the racehorse blinders on. You're not looking at anybody, you're not hearing anybody, so that means turn off your phone, turn off your TV, turn off your radio, turn off your music, and just sit for a few minutes to be able to hear which way you're going to go, because that's where the turmoil's coming from. Is you have so much technology going on that you cannot even hear what you need to do or feel what you need to do from your intuition. Again, that guidance, that higher power guidance. And we have the 8 of Cups. Okay. So again, this is Scorpio about guiding you to do the things that you're supposed to be doing. You've got to sit in quiet, even if it's for a few minutes. Sit in your car instead of turning on the radio. Sit in your car for a minute and just be present. And that's what he's saying. Then you're going to hear what you need to hear, feel what you need to hear. You're going to have whatever it is that's keeping you underwater and afraid to be able to come up and see the beautiful owl, because that's the message. There's a message there. There is something trying to come to give you a message, and you are just not, you're stubborn. Why are you so stubborn? All right. Release that stubbornness. Release it. Okay. Because the devil, you can release it. If you were to see the Weight Rider deck, you can see the chains around the two people and they're loose. And they can lift them off. They just choose not to. That's that codependence. That's that, person who wants to, what do you call that? Clingy, that kind of a thing. You don't want that. You don't need that. You need to be released. You got a lot of beautiful aces. You got things that are coming that you need to look at and see. You've got the 6 and the 3 coming. There's a celebration of something, and it's just going to be an aha moment. It might be a little thing, it might be a really big thing, but definitely really pay attention to your intuition, your spirit guides. And if you're going to feel somebody give you a nudge, like you almost physically feel them saying, yes, do that, go, go, go. Don't push against it, because if you don't do it now, it's going to keep coming back until you actually do it. All right. All right, Scorpio, that's yours. All right. All right. All right. Let's go ahead, and we're going to go to earth signs. Virgos. Wow. Virgos. Oh, wow. Don't quite understand what that means. Making my mom angry. My mom used to get angry all the time. I don't quite understand why she would be angry. I was the only one that hung around and took care of her. And she's with her son. I have 2 sisters that died. One of SIDS, one of Rye syndrome. My brother, and he's all the babies. All the babies died. Let me tell you, that's one strong woman. To have 3 of your children die before you go, that is one strong woman. I couldn't even handle losing my daughter. So one strong woman. She didn't steal anything from my brother, not that I know of. She never stole anything from my brother. All right. Let's see what's on the rise for Virgos. If there's anything that you want to come through, anybody on the other side that wants to share, anybody who needs to send a message for a Virgo here that can resonate from, please send that. I'm open to it as long as it is in love and light. All right. Spiral Dancer. Huh. Perception, the number 5, and circuitous route. Oh, this is about your journey. Perception, interesting. What you see is not what you see. What does that mean? What you see is not what is. Interesting. All right. So let's see what's going on with Virgo. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. First of Magic, perception. Whose perception is what I need to know. Whose perception? Is this Virgo's perception or is this the other person's perception? Number 5, someone's unstable about the energy. So in relationships, the spirit, oh, okay. A song came to my mind, and I don't know if you would know this if you're not in the United States, maybe. But the thing is, it's a song, and I don't remember who sang it, but it was talking about I would rather have danced than missed the dance. It's a country song, I think, and it talks about dancing, and so you would rather have the opportunity than not ever have it. Okay. So again, that opportunity to have it um, would be the dance, the spiral dance. It turns and turns and turns. So if you look at, they're having me look at the spiral. What keeps spiraling in your life? Interesting. What keeps happening over and over and over, Virgos, in your life? And what is your perception of it? It's again, the energy of the full moon is to check in. These are deep feelings, these are emotional feelings, not overwhelming, but you check in with yourself. So your perception is not somebody else's perception. So if we're talking about a relationship and you're arguing and you're fighting, there's no reason to argue or fight. You're going to have difference of opinion no matter what. That we're human. We're never going to have the same opinions ever. But the thing is, are you taking a second to look at the other person's perspective to understand them? So we have the 4 of Cups right out of the chute. It's an offering to understand somebody, but and there's going to be a win-win situation because you have the Ace of Cups. So it's like somebody's giving you an olive branch to try and either help you understand or you're going to help somebody else understand. All right. Virgo, you're a Virgo. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm a Virgo too. But the thing is that this is something that for somebody they're frustrated because they don't understand why things keep happening or why they keep following into the same relationships or why things aren't turning out for them, why they don't have the opportunities. Again, this is the energy, it's where where your perception is, it's in the wrong place. You're low vibrational if you're that person, which means you're thinking about all the negative frequencies, the low vibrational frequencies, things. And if you don't know what that means, it's like, okay, but I just never had the money. I don't know how to do it. I'm not educated enough. I had a bad past. You know, you're allowing the past to dictate your future. Those kind of things, if that makes sense to you. But the Ace of Cups, there's definitely an energy that wants to do the olive branch. Oh, interesting. Okay, thank you. They said look at the lotuses. I love lotuses. Very, very pure. Pure energy. Definitely. Pure energy. Peace. Too many cards if you want me to have those. Oops. Um am I doing these backwards? Oh, I am. All right. So definitely there's a pure energy that's being offered, a light energy. So if you're meeting somebody or if you have met somebody, oh, here we go, that, that you got to pay attention to the energy when you step into it. I never step into somebody's energy closer than 6 feet. I'm an empath, so I don't want to suck in somebody's energy that my bubble might be down for a minute or something, my surrounding energy to protect it. And the thing is that I don't want to um, pull in their energy. It's draining. It's really draining for me. So we also have the death card. We have, here we go with all these fours again. What the flip is going on? And you got ace. This is so interesting. You got so many opportunities and you're just not seeing them. Oh my goodness, Virgos. Look at, you have the ace cups, you have the death card. You keep focusing in on the center of your reading about things that you have to let go. You have to let go. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Look at all the aces that you got. New, fresh energy, guys. Oh, even this is for me. This is actually a good reading for me because it just gave me the answer that I need. But the thing is that what perspective are you looking at it? And you really should be looking at your own perspective. This is definitely about low vibration, high vibrational energies. And the lotuses are trying to say, I'm trying to give you all this love and light and all the opportunities. So please, it's like I see somebody holding somebody's face. Please, please, whatever that is to you, hang on there, do it. Come on. It's like they're trying to slap you in the head and say, let's go, stop. So I don't know who this is for, because it's like this opportunity or whatever is going on, this dance, it's supposed to end a cycle because you have a new cycle. You've got a lot of ones. It's supposed to end the cycle. What is this dance that you need to release so that all these ones can come in? What is it? Definitely check in time, guys. I'll keep saying check in because that is the full moon energy. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It needs to end quick. All right. End it quick. On one of the readings, we did do rip that band aid off fast. Don't let it. No, rip it off fast. Get it done. Make it happen. You can do it. You have the strength. You're a warrior. You have the strength to do it. Okay. It's like this person with the exam. They have the strength, they have the knowledge. If they've studied, they've done it, they're going to do it, they're going to pass it, because they have the confidence going in with a high vibration. I got this. Okay. Definitely. All right. Let's see what else is going on here. The moon. Oh, because you can't see it, then you don't want to do it. That is scary. I get it. A lot of Virgo energy here. It is scary, but you know what? You're holding yourself back. Don't hold yourself back. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Don't hold yourself back. You got the Four of Wands, great celebration, opportunity. Oh my God, it's waiting at your feet. Four of Cups. Again, you're holding it back. Dudes. The Hermit. Oh, because you have to do it by yourself? You can't, the Hermit is about doing it by itself, but the thing is, the Hermit sees this. It's like being the empath. You see, you don't know how you know, but you don't know how you do it, but you do it because you don't question it. You just go with the flow. Maybe that's what it is for you. Go with the flow. Look at this. You have flipping opportunities. Oh my gosh, so many opportunities. Oh my gosh, so many opportunities. And the Ten of Pentacles. And this might be have to do with love as well. Okay. It might have to do with, well. Oh, okay. But definitely this is something that is really pounding at your door to help you, pounding at your door with opportunities. Gotta release, babies. You gotta release it. My warriors, release it. Stop being pessimistic. Stop looking at everything that was, everything in the past. Oh my gosh, and making excuses. Oh, I heard the word excuses. Don't we love excuses as humans? Oh my gosh, we do. We really love excuses as humans. But the thing is, you don't want to keep doing this dance. Okay. This spiral dance is you're missing out on opportunities. You've got to break that cycle. You got to break the dance. Yes, you want to do that. But the thing is, like when you were talking about, would you rather have done it and danced or miss the whole dance. That's for Virgos. Okay. Because the burst of magic is coming. You've got so much coming. Oh my gosh, so much coming. Everything that you've wanted, but you have to be the one to manipulate yourself to do it because it's your journey. It's your journey. It's nuts. Not going to come from anybody else. It's your journey. You have to be able to strong enough to release it. This is this decision is spiritual decision or earth decision. Did the things on the earth matter? What people think, what they do, what they is all this material stuff matter? No, it doesn't. The spiritual side is what you really need to pick, and you want to be able to stumble over all that negative energy, low vibrational frequencies, and things of that nature. All right. You can do it. We're Virgos. We're strong. We're perseverant. We're resilient. You can do it. You're a warrior. All right. Okay. So we did the Virgos, and now we're going to go ahead and do Capricorns. Okay. Let's see what Capricorns have to say. Oops, I got to do these other ones first. And then we have one more. Now, if you haven't gotten your reading, I did do readings this morning of all the signs, and we did a general reading of the full moon. Okay. Definitely we have another full moon coming up the 31st, so we're a double full moon. This is a micro moon. That means there's things in alignment that are close to the earth, I think is what it is. Haven't been really having the time to really study my astrology, so I miss it. I really do miss it because really things come in cycles, just like the dance. They just come in cycles. All right. So let's see what's going on for Capricorns, Divine. If there's anything or anyone that wants to come through, anybody who has a message that may resonate with somebody who's listening, whether it's now or at the time that they do watch it. Please let that message come through in love and light and healing. I love you too. Oh, wow. Interesting. You saw me shuffle these over and over and over again. We got the swan again, the swan queen. The number 4, transformation. I think Leo's had this one. So definitely about transformation, intuition, patience. Okay. So Capricorns, the patience thing is going to be really hard, but it's going to help create stability. Okay. It's also the number 4, creating a foundation. Yeah, it's creating a foundation. All right. So what is it for the Capricorns that you're trying to share? Are you trying to share transformation, intuition, patience? Queen. So, oh, okay. Is the Empress card going to come up? Soft energy. Shoot. Wow. I can't make this stuff up. So you have the Knight of or the King of Cups. You have the Emperor. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Look at the power in those cards. That is such a flipping huge power because in the end, you get everything that you want and desire. Something about perseverance on this one here is going to help you transform because the King of Cups is first one, but the thank you. So the perseverance and the resilience with somebody's things about storms. We're either getting ready to go in a storm, we're going through a storm, which could be a challenge or a struggle, or we're coming out of a storm. Okay. So I don't know where in that thing is. Yes. And we might have a minute of peace or two, but there's always going to be challenges and struggles because we're on this earth to learn. Okay. We're on this earth to learn. And the thing is that what are we learning as we close your eyes and imagine you're in a little dinghy boat and it's really stormy? How are you going to survive that? You have to do it one by faith. You have to do it by being calm. You have to do it by being patient and just hold on. And that's what the Emperor is about. having the knowledge, the perseverance, the resilience, and also having the faith to be able to believe in all the things that you want. Okay. And you weather the storm because there's always a calm after the storm. Okay. Here's the storm. I don't know what it is for you, but definitely trying to believe in something that maybe somebody doesn't believe that you're going to do it or you're going to come through with it or whatever. Don't listen to them because that's the devil is on the end of that, Capricorns. Okay. And although he thinks he's all that power and mighty, and I say that because he's a maybe darker energy. This is our darker side of ourselves. Sometimes we have those thoughts of dark. But the thing is, there's a light that perseveres over that. Okay. Because our low vibrational energies cannot survive if light is shining on it. There's no way. There's no way. Because if you shine light on a dark room, there's no way the room is going to stay dark. Okay. That's the same with our lives. Where is it that where our thinking and our mindset is? Is it in a high vibration? And sometimes, yeah, we're all going to be sad or frustrated or whatever, lonely or whatever it is. However, we have to break through that vibration. And it does take a lot, and it takes a lot of your intuition, but it's a transformation because the swan is about transformation. Okay. And birds are about messages. So this is beautiful. Just beautiful, beautiful. She's transforming. Beautiful. All right. So let's see what else for Capricorns. What is it that you need to release? Can you share with me what they need to release, please? What is it that they need to release? Somebody's really hard on themselves, or they're hard on somebody else. Are you treating other people with love and respect? I don't know if somebody says, well, okay, they're sort of like me. Somebody's saying, well, why do you have to be so blunt? Why do you have to be so mean? Why do you have to be so whatever? And it's just because you're in that storm and your mindset is sort of, what do you call it? Your mindset is sort of all over the place because you're thinking from your head and not your spirit. Okay. I don't know if that would make sense to you, but really it makes a lot of sense to me. All right. Gosh, a lot of spirit. This moon is really a spiritual moon, hugely spiritual moon. Again, we have the Knight of Cups or the King of Cups. Sorry, I'm getting tired, guys. And the Four of Swords. Okay. The Four of Swords, again, what are you struggling with? What storm are you struggling with? The Six of Swords, lots of swords. Are you telling yourself the truth? Are you really walking in the truth? Is somebody walking in the truth with you? Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Definitely. And then we have the High Priestess, about standing up for what you believe in, what you want, what you desire, what you're trying to accomplish. This is the High Priestess. You got to think, listen to your spirit, listen to that intuition. Okay. You got to be patient with it. You might not hear it right away, but you will hear it. And then okay, so the Page of Pentacles. What is it about money that you need to release? Something new that you're trying to do, you need to really, really ask divine if it's something financially you should do. Because divine will show the light over. And the reason why I say that is he will allow you to waste and spend your money on stuff that you really don't need to spend it on. Because he knows that if he gets you in a place of debt, in um, a place of debt and a place of it'll bring you down, it'll keep your vibrations low, and he's just like, yes, I got him. Don't let that happen to you. The credit cards, release the credit cards, release things that is going to get you into debt. Okay. And I could do a coaching session on debt, but I'm not going to. Okay. But the thing is, that's something that for somebody it has to release. You really have to pay to that. That's a transformation. Get those credit cards paid off. That's the worst thing. You're going to suck yourself dry. Why would you work so hard to give money to other people just to give it when they're billionaires, or millionaires. Why would you do that? Because you work so freaking hard. Why would you do that? Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that. Keep your money in your pocket and you work hard for it. You should reap the benefits and the rewards from it. All right. All right. That's for Capricorns. And the last one for tonight, Taurus. Okay. Taurus. Oops. Let me get Swan in there again. Taurus. So this is full moon energy for Taurus. Full moon energy from the 1st to the 8th. If there's anything that needs to come in, please let it come in. Anybody who needs to come through, let them come through, please. Any messages, any visions, any downloads, whatever you want. Oh my, I can't make this stuff up. You've seen me shuffle how many times? I guess this is just going to be for the earth signs. What is it now that you guys need to be working on, Tauruses? So Burst of Magic is Divine's card. Okay, so that's his energy. It's a number 3 energy. It's definitely a light energy, a growing energy, a purity energy, something fresh and new energy. Again, the Swan is about just what we talked about with Capricorns, about intuition, patience, and transformation. What is it that the Tauruses need to transform, or their intuition, or have patience about? Money. Oh, okay. Who's that for? Can you specify? Nope. They're not going to say. Okay, so let's see what they have to say. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Somebody definitely has some transformation coming, Taurus. Tower card. Now, when you see the Tower card, it's like, oh crap, everything's falling apart. It's on fire. Things are falling off, blah, 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 blah. But if actually, when you think about it, it's not falling apart, it's falling together. It's doing the change to make things to go the way that they're supposed to go. It's like when you fight your intuition, you're fighting it because you're not supposed to be going that way, but your stupid earth self, human self, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go that way. And then you find out, oh, shoot, I shouldn't have done that. Because we fight our spirit, and our spirit is trying to get us to go on the right way, keep our vibrations high, frequencies high, so we can feel the divine, hear the divine, use our abilities, because everybody's got them. But at the end of the day, we don't want to. But your first card out is the 10 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful energies. Beautiful, beautiful energies. But somebody is having trouble transforming because, again, they keep going to the past. Mm-hmm. We keep going to the past. We keep going to the pain. Oh well, you're just like this. You're just like them. You're just like, oh yeah, you're gonna cheat. Everybody cheats. I always meet people who cheat. Blah blah blah. You're going to that freaking past, and you're never gonna be able to get that transformation that you need because your freaking mind is juggling like no tomorrow, and it can't stay focused. Again, the full moon about focus. Check in, make sure you're doing the things that you want to be doing, and the job that you want to be in, with the person that you want to be with the family drama, get rid of it, that kind of a thing. That's where this has to happen. So a lot of people have drama. I don't want to be in my family's drama. Haven't spoke to my brother in many many years. I don't want the drama. I don't need that in my life. So again, what is it that you need to transform from, Tauruses? But you're trying to juggle too many things at once. You're trying to do too many things at once. So it's almost like this reading is going backwards. Like this should be the first and this should be the last. But it's like you're getting everything good now, but you're not appreciating something. I don't know what it is. Appreciate what you have or where you are at the moment, because that's where you're supposed to be. Does that make sense for somebody? I don't know. All right. So let's see what else we have for Tauruses. Hot. Why do I hear hot? Why do I see hot? Somebody in hot water? Somebody in trouble? So we have justice. Okay, so something is going to turn around really good and really joyful. And whatever it is, it's a legal matter or it's something to do with being fair, being honest and true in your integrity, that kind of a thing. That is definitely, you've got, oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful reading, guys. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, and then you've got the moon or the star. So whatever it is that you make this choice, you're actually going to be sort of sitting pretty. You're going to be looking down and say, you know what, I did it. I made it. I made it happen. I thought about it. So we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. This for somebody is that you can keep telling them and teaching them and they're not learning or they're not getting it and they never will. They need to go out on their own. This is for somebody that you know or that maybe you're in a relationship and that they're just not getting it. They don't understand you. It's not a bad thing. It's just that you're on different levels. And so that person needs to go away and figure things out and then maybe they will get it, but there maybe the timing for you guys to be together is off because something's off in learning and the balance. Okay, definitely. The King of Pentacles is definitely about the Three of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Somebody probably did something to you with money or maybe loaned money, didn't pay it back. Again, the only way to rectify that when you got justice, maybe they will pay you back. Maybe you didn't ask for it, or maybe you're like, oh, you know what? I really didn't need it, but now I do. Go talk to him. That's the only way you're going to figure it out. Okay. And then you have the Two of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords. Stop juggling. And it means like right now. Your plate's too full. Your mind's thinking too much. You need to relax. You need to pay attention. You need to put those blinders on and stop being distracted by people and things around you that, need to not to be in your life right at the moment. You have to be present in the moment. And that is actually going to turn that completely around. Sharing each other's perspective, if this is a relationship, sharing your perspective doesn't mean that that's their perspective. So if you're arguing or fighting with somebody, then you need to sit back and say, you know what? I really didn't get their perspective on it. So you think that they should know. It's sort of like, well, women and men, it's like, oh, well, you should know, you should already know. We've been together 6 years. You should know this. They may not because they don't think the way that you do. So unless you communicate it, then it may not happen. So again, this is a transformation. This is a learning, and somebody ain't getting it. So I'm not sure who that is, but however, there is a beautiful side to this because it will come to fruition if you decide to. You have to be the one to move on it. All right, for Tauruses. All right. All right. So that's the readings. I'll take some questions. Let me see if I can see what questions there are. Now, remember, I'm intuitive. If you were to do a coaching session, I don't need, all I have to do is do a FaceTime and I could probably tell a lot about you and in the first 5 minutes and share a lot of things. And the cards are a resource. The person reading the cards, however they are connected to divine the other side and who they're connected with, that's the source. Okay. So you got to be really mindful about that. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Will my friend, I can't pronounce that, will talk to me when? What did I just say on this? You got to make the move. You've got to be the first one. You have to be the bigger person. And again, if they're not talking to you and if there was a difference of opinion or a fight or anything like that, again, the reason why that happened is because you're not looking at their perspective. They're not looking at yours. Somebody's stubborn or somebody doesn't want to learn. Remember the 3 of Pentacles upside down? Definitely. Okay. Can't say when because you don't, that's your energy, that's their energy. But the only way that you're going to talk to them is to you be the first move. You be the first move. Okay. And you do it in love. Just say, hey, can we talk? Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I didn't get your perspective. Maybe, that kind of a thing. 14, Lisa, of Perhamana is possible or any future possible. I wish I knew what you were talking about. I don't. I don't know what 14 Lisa or something reunion is. Good morning. Good morning. Boy, where are you from? I'm 38 years old. I'm waiting for my lawyer's decision. What will be the outcome? I don't want to get personal on here. I would if it was a private reading, but I don't want to do that here. I would say it's been, again, have the patience because something's working. I see the moon card in my head, and something you can't see is being worked on. However, if they're not communicating with you, make sure you're communicating and say, hey, I need to hear things. You're paying the lawyer, you make sure you hear things. We just had my daughter go through an accident. Well, took 2 years for our lawyer, and I had it. So I stepped on their neck. I'm going to be that squeaky wheel. I'm going to make sure that yeah, I'm paying you. I want documentation. I want meetings, or I want you to give me updates, things of that nature. So don't be afraid of that. But what I'm hearing is patience. Okay, patience. That there is some struggle in there with the attorney. There's like something behind the scenes that he's having a difficult time with. I don't know what that is. So it sounds like he's fighting for you, but that is really something that he's trying to work out. But I don't know what that is. So be patient because the outcome will come fairly soon. Definitely, it'll be coming fairly soon. So, and I think you'll be pleased. All right. All right. All right. So if there's no more questions, then I am going to go and rest with my dog because it is now 8:30. I haven't eaten dinner. I've worked all day. So I hope these readings were good for you. Please, if I'm a small channel, subscribe and share. Tell people about my channel. I would love it. It's not so much the subscriptions. I just love what I do, and I like to see people from all over the world. And hopefully, I'm helping somebody. So my tarot is definitely about healing and creating your future and helping you with your struggles and your challenges and things of that nature. But sometimes stuff comes in that I can't help, and I'm supposed to say it, and I say it. So I hope this was helpful. All right, you guys, you have a wonderful evening. I am on live once a week at least. So don't forget, subscribe. You can always ask questions at the end. I know that it gets long, but I'm trying to do like just the signs, air, earth, fire, and water signs so that I can get in there and do them all because I love doing it. I just don't have the time to do them all right now. I don't know what it is. Can you explain what it is? I don't know what 14 Lisa is. I don't know what the Perchuram reunion is. I don't know what that is. So if I don't know it, I can't send the energy out to understand to get the answer. I do not know. I don't know. I am hearing yes, but I don't know if that's factual because I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Your team, what do you play? What do you do? Football. Wow, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I wish you the best. Um, you guys got to stay out of your head so much. You got to stay out of your head so much. You're 50 and you play football? Wow, that's great. That's fantastic. You keep it going. Keep it going. That is fantastic. Awesome, awesome. But you don't get in your head so much because whatever's happening, somebody's going to try to create a problem and everybody's going to get in their head too much. So just discard that and just keep playing and go with the flow. And otherwise, it's going to block the energies. It's going to block the flow. Somebody's just trying to mess with you guys. And it's just like a psych thing. Okay. So just make sure you stay, and go with flow. 16, you're babies. You're babies. Oh my gosh, babies. Keto, stop. Stop. My dog likes to lick her feet and I can hear it and I can't stand that noise. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Oh, 16. Hmm. If you fall in love when you're young and it's your first love, that never goes away. Never goes away. And two Virgos together is a really good challenge, let me tell you. It's a really, really good challenge because you're both perfectionists, you're both stubborn, you're both, yeah. So definitely. All right. All right. Definitely. Uh-oh, what you upset about? This is that moon energy I was talking about. So, definitely the moon energies are playing with your emotions. It's like a Cancer, it's like a roller coaster, energy. Cancers like to be sort of moody. Definitely, but it's definitely an energy for the next 3 days. Hang on. That's all you can do is hang on. Um, yes, Scorpio moon. You got a Scorpio moon coming the end of the month. Yeah, 31st of May. My like was 16. I'm 47. My like was 16. So you mean you were in love with a 16-year-old and you're 47? There's a humongous difference there, guys. There is a lifetime difference. And here in the United States, that would be a huge no-no. But yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Okay, hang on. Okay. Mm. Be careful of this person. I don't know how long you guys were together. Yeah, you would be confused. 4 years. Okay, so boy, I'm getting a lot. So on this energy, what you want to do, don't go to him. Do not go to him. Do not go to him. With this energy, you have to be really careful because you don't want to be played. You don't want to be strung along. You don't want to be a doormat. You're the one to set the rules now. You're the one to set the boundaries. You're the one to set the standards. Okay. And you were the one to be able to say yes or no if you want him back. This is an energy. I hope you go through your reading, the whole moon reading. You just go to the general reading and then go, because you don't want somebody back that's going to treat you like hamburger when you're steak. So you're a steak. You're not hamburger. And you don't get to throw me out. You don't get to toss me around. You don't get to do what you want and then want me back. Nope, you don't want to do that. Then he's not the right person. If he can't wait, he's not the right person. Let him go. I know it's really hard, but this, remember, this is all this new energy coming in. There's a lot of good things in it. And if you hold on to something that's not supposed to be, then you're not allowing what is supposed to be to come in. Okay. So the person that really wants to treat you and wait and do what you need to do, because you set the standards and you keep those standards high, because you don't want to go down to their standards. You want to have them come up to you. And if you can't wait, then, then it's time to cut them loose. It might be just an off time. You might be that it's not the right time. Maybe they need to go away and then get their crap together and then come back. They're going to realize it's sort of like when people leave, then you say, oh, then oh, I really really miss them. Oh, I really didn't realize how much they meant to me. Oh, this and that. But it's, if they come back in a week, if they come back in a few days, if they come back in a month, no, go away for a while. You figure it out, because it doesn't happen just in one day or 2 days or a week or a month. Oh, I'm really sorry, I made a mistake. No, it takes time. And now the shots are on you. You call the shots. No, he loved you. He loved you. Definitely loved you. Of course, he wouldn't have been with you if he didn't. So don't do that to yourself. It wasn't a lie. It wasn't a lie. It's just people, again, we get to that perspective thing. That, is it his perspective? What is his perspective on it? Find out his perspective on it. And you tell your perspective, because you're not seeing the same things. You're not seeing eye to eye. It's like you're both in the book, but you're in different chapters. One's in the beginning and one's at the end. You got to figure out how to bring those chapters together. And the only way is through communication and sharing what you need, what you want, what you desire, asking them what they need, what they want and desire. And if you can't fulfill their needs, desires, and whatever they want, then that's not the right person. Then you don't waste your time. Time's too precious. You're too precious. You're a warrior. You can get through this. Now, you're going to be fine. Oh, my dog is crying for me now. And I hate to leave you guys, really. I really do. I love talking to you guys and I love reading the cards and everything for you guys. But do subscribe. I am on once a week live and you can ask questions. But this was my week to be able to do all the signs. So if you didn't get to your sign, I did a section this morning and I did one tonight. And I hope you come back. I love it. I love it. Love it. And I will see you next week. And I will do more readings. And hopefully in June, when I drop down from my day job, I'll be able to do this more. All right. Take care. Thank you for the questions. You're going to make it. You're going to be fine. Just don't focus on him so much. Go and focus in on you. Check in with you, what you want, what you desire. All right. All right. I love you guys. Thank you. You're my warriors. Go and fight that spiritual battle. Don't let the earth low vibrations win. All right. Take care.